Seriously.
What do you mean? Why do you need this game on the podcast or in the world?
No, in the world. In the world, like, why would you even play this game for more than like two days? It's like
I wouldn't personally, but basically they got a lot of
there you
downloads,
go,
right?
yes.
It's a clever use of like, how to get a lot of downloads cheaply, right?
Okay,
But don't worry, I know both of you really like cute shit. And that is why we're going to look at the third installment.
It's 4 a.m. and we're rolling the dice. Matei drops knowledge made of gold and ice. Felix with ads making those coins rise. Jack up designs, worlds chasing the skies. We're the 2.5 gamers, the midnight crew. Talking UA adverts and game design too. Matei, Felix, Shaka bringing the insight. We're rocking those vibes till the early daylight. Matei, UA, master eyes on the prize. Tracking data through the cyberspace skies. Felix stacks dollars like a wizard in disguise. Jacob's crafted realms lift us to the highs. 2.5 gamers talking smack. Slow hockey stick, got your back. Ads are beautiful, they light the way. Click it fast, don't delay.
Yeah. Jakub's
We
not coming.
need Jakub. We need Jakub. He's not coming?
He's not coming. No, Jakub's not coming.
Oh, I thought he was.
No.
Oh.
No. He's in the middle of something. Anyway,
Okay.
welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. My name is Matej Lančarić.
I'm Felix Broberg.
We are your hosts today, and we have Katja right here from Burning Games. Can you give us a short introduction, and then we just gonna jump straight in?
I'm Catherine Malaran. I'm head of Monetization Burning Games, and it's been a while I work in with monetization for about 5 years. I have economic background, so my days usually are full of numbers and calculations, and it's really a good opportunity to take part in this podcast. I hope it will be
Nice.
fun and creative break.
Hey,
And
thank you very much.
I mean, you're not wrong about that, because today we're actually doing the best segment on our podcast,
Oof.
right? And it's called
Come on.
the Ad Monetization Review. So today we're going to be reviewing 6 games that have very to little to no IAP revenue and that only monetize with ad revenue. Most of these games came out in the last 30 days. And they're getting a lot of downloads, and we're going to go through them. But I also wanted to say special welcome to Katja, because basically she can't say this, but I can. So something happens in ad monetization when you basically manage a game that earns more than $100,000 a day. Bernie Games has passed this metric quite quickly and is earning quite a lot of ad revenue right now. And what happens then as an Admon manager is you know quite a lot of stuff. So I'm very excited today because I'm also a bit nervous because I can't bullshit anything because Katja will call me out on everything.
That is very true. That is very true.
Yeah, you don't need to comment on that, but yeah, that's the truth. All right.
Good. So
Yes.
before we start, as you can see, today's episode is brought to you by Maldives. but well, in fact, it's actually this episode is sponsored by our dear partners, PVX Partners, the ultimate credit line for marketing. Are you scaling your business? Well, you can get fast and flexible funding with no equity dilution, so you don't really need to sell your soul. It's actually very flexible. Repay as you earn, secure the funding in 30 days, receive a term sheet in just 24 hours. Don't wait. Take control of your UA budgets now. Visit pvxpartners.com and power your growth. So we can talk about your app in the next ad monetization trends. Hey, of course.
Well done.
Come on.
All right.
Easy.
So we have 6 games that we're going to go through today. We're starting with the first one called Kingpin by Gamey Studios. It was launched in mid-December. And the big question before we start talking about this is have you ever wondered what would happen if you take, the fake creatives from Lily's Garden or from any PlayerX games with a pin game and actually turn it into a real game? Because that's exactly what Gamey did. And as you can see, the daily active user base, which is the most important metric to look at for ad revenue, has basically increased to nearly 400,000 DAO since launching on, I think, December 12th, 2024. and it's growing. If we take a quick look at the downloads are about 70 to 80,000 downloads a day. And if we look at the countries, we can see here that is dominated by what?
Yeah, I think this already happened when the Hero Wars started doing these pull the pin puzzles. There was already some kind of game like this. This is a game that I'm seeing quite a lot recently, so it's good.
Let's I'll show you some of the gameplay, but it's quite brilliant.
Oh, wow! Game is a studio from Czech Republic, also, by the way.
Yeah, you know them, right?
I mean,
so look at this metagame. What does this remind you of first to start with, right? So you kind of have the Royal Match metagame, and basically the levels are quite simple. You are a king. I wonder where they got the idea of the king from, right? And basically what you have to do is you pull these pins to solve puzzles.
Is that... Whoa.
Yeah. And the king is happy. And then you claim, and this is the game. Pretty much exactly what you're advertised as, right? See? Oh,
click on that ad. What's that all about?
That's not that. That's no feel. They show this when they don't have a feel. It's immersive in-game ads.
Yeah. So basically, before they get a fill, they basically do is it cross promotion or basically promotion of their own store, right?
Yeah.
Nice. I like how they implement this. It's not just black screen, but they show the main character there. Click it.
Yeah,
you can.
So it's just static, while they don't have what to serve in this placement.
Yeah. Have you ever tried in-game ads, Katya? Like, what's the dealio there?
I really liked it, and you missed one circle when you show the start in lobby. It's really nice. It's small and also filled with skin when it's no fill, but can show some brand ads. I know that there are lots of vendors who propose immersive in-game ads, and they definitely have zero harm on the retention rate. It looks nice, and we've checked this. That impact of retention is so minimal that it can be zero. For me, it's very serious to choose vendor with who you will work with this. And I know that Google proposes, and it grant regarding their presentations, you can get uplift from 5 to 15%.
Do you know what the fill rate on Google is? Because usually the in-game immersive ads, right? The issue is that fill rate is never above 30% in the States, if you're lucky, on a Tuesday.
It can be higher than 30%. But what I can say is they are moving to force their demand. And they are working in this direction. And it can be better in the end of the year, definitely. And maybe some these types of games, maybe they will think about moving banners and going to immersive more.
Yeah. So what do you think about this little trick that they have here, right? Oh, bonus stage. Oh, so this is exactly the one from...
Oh, this is PlayerX, basically.
Yeah, PlayerX, Lily's Garden, any one of these, right? The bonus stage. So what do you think about these use of ads that they have here in MREC at the end of every level? And then they basically have here, basically when you finish any level, right? It shows 2000 is the classical hyper casual trick where basically rewarded ad for a lot and then you don't show the claim to skip without an ad for a couple of seconds.
You know, for me, it's like ideal scenario is having ads from the first start. The player is surrounded by them. But to be honest, I look how you play and you easily skip everything. So you are surrounded by ads, but they don't frustrate you a lot. And while I was playing, and according to some settings, I got in the rewarded ads, I got only idle and merge games with very satisfying effect in ads. So I think they use first-party data to personalize ad experience, and they definitely have very balanced structure of adding all these ads. Even now, you can, like, it doesn't frustrate you. Yeah, we see ads. We can skip, we can claim our 100 coins and go. Like normal, this is how I call this, be who you are, show ads, earn money, but care about your players.
So, what do we think
how
this
much,
game?
How much money? They make.
Yeah, what do we think this game is earning? So basically, I made an estimate quickly before, and I think Kingpin right now with this geo mix, and basically because it's a lot of Russia, a lot of India, a lot of Brazil, but it is a lot of active users. Like you can't take that away, right? It's a lot of India, Russia, Brazil. Not that much the US, but yeah.
It's not more than 20. It's not more than 20K.
No. So right now, I think this is earning about 8 to 10K per day in ad revenue. But basically, as you can see, sorry?
I also calculated, got the same numbers, about 11.
Yes, good.
Nice.
So basically, what you can see, right, it's increasing, right? And, the mobile ecosystem is still very much alive. And I thought it was quite interesting because, it kind of shows that, sad to say, but UA kind of just dominates game development more so than before, right? Like I'm assuming, what do you think are downloads, like our CPIs for these types of creatives?
Well, it's not that much, honestly, when you don't optimize for purchasers or payers. Even like match-3 games and puzzle games with CPI optimization have very low CPIs in comparison to the ROAS campaign. So it's like $1, $2, $3. If you then go for the premium payers, then it's 40, 50, 60. So this is gonna be quite low. But anyway, and in India and tier 3 countries, even I would say below like 20, 30 cents.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to see any copycat games? Pretty much, they just look like, like Last Wars creatives.
It's too late. It's too late for that. I think this is just. I mean, it's 2025. These creatives were a hit like 4 years ago, maybe. Well, not the hit, but they were introduced by Nexters exactly 4 or 5 years ago. So doesn't matter that much. I think that there will be a different trend. What you are talking about always this is Satisdom game and like this kind of satisfying cleanings, tidying up the rooms and flies like
You're
that.
You're already talking about the 4th game that we're going to talk about today. So
there you go.
So moving on to the next game, it's called.
I wanted to say one.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
I wanted to say one more point. It's interesting. They don't block King, Royal King during gaze, and it's interesting because I think it can increase their churn rate because it's the same King story and it can be interesting for people and they can go and install that game, but they don't block it. So I really wonder about their retention.
Would you block it? Because it's really high CPM, right?
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
It's high CPMs, but it's very high risk to lose players.
Okay, but...
Very valid points.
That's true, yeah. But how would you balance that?
You can check. You can check if their ads really have big churn and maybe block not bundle, but some.
Fair. Okay.
So this is the moment that can harm retention, definitely. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I would say this game is not like very high retention, although can earn some interesting money because they have big portfolio of games, right?
Gaming has quite a big portfolio, I think. Yeah. If you look at here, the retention,
it's too early. It's too early, man.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably too early. Yeah, it's too early. Yeah.
They just launched. Yeah.
All right, moving on to the second game. We're flying through the best ad monetized new bubblers basically on the charts. And this is Super Car Merge by Stike Games. So this game is actually earning a little bit of IAP revenue, which, that's not great. But essentially also, you can see here, it's since mid-December basically. It's gotten 3.5 million downloads. Active user base is around 280,000 to 300,000. it's decreasing a little bit, but it looks like it's kind of leveling off, which means it's not just, a one-trick pony. And basically, we thought we've seen a lot of games in kind of the merge category, but basically this is the first merge game I've seen that's basically tailored towards the male audience. Where is it? Supercar merge. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the first game towards the male audience, although there are not a lot of them.
Yeah.
They're outside of the soft launch.
So I'm starting here at the end of a race, but basically this is the mini game, and what you do is you race your car, and before then you merge parts for basically use in your race game. So I guess it's taking advantage of pretty much, race games have really cheap CPIs, like you always say on the podcast.
Yeah.
But basically it's combining merge, which I guess has a bit better monetization characteristic than...
Or retention.
Yeah, or retention.
Rather.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very simple game.
It's super simple. Like most ad monetized games, I don't know if you've noticed, are quite simple.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, okay.
Color with swords is no exception here, right? Like, it's just... yeah. Anyway, let me show you some merch. Yeah. So here, basically, yeah. They do have interest a bit later on, but yeah.
I mean, okay. It reminds me the merge planes, which was exactly this, like gajillion years ago, where you just had planes where they just circled around, or just racing, I don't know, or flying or whatever, and then you were just merging them, and that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, they have banners pretty much visible at all times. They have this here, like before a race, you can get a NOS bottle for a rewarded ad, which we're not going to do right now. And then later on, they actually start with interstitials after each race as well. And pretty much this is it. You merge to improve your car, and then, yeah, you watch a lot of ads.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean,
it's a bit hard for me to focus on both, but basically I made some estimates, and I think right now Supercar Merge is earning $5,000 to $6,000 per day in ad revenue with these types of levels.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
I mean, it's growing, right? It's just a new game, right? That's gone over, how many downloads is it?
Yeah, well, come on.
Yeah, 3.5 million downloads.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Did you have anything to add? Because while I'm playing the game, because as we've noticed, it's quite hard to focus on both.
Game, because for me it looks like their strategy is to mainly to rely on rewarded ads, because players need to use them very often to progress in this merge part, and if you can believe something over, the length of their session is 6 minutes. It's not too much. Maybe it's a sign that the value of the words not enough for people to sacrifice their time sitting in rewarded ads with long template for 60-75 seconds and just to open one more slot and get another some piece that you already have. It's very often situation in this game, as I understand why I'm playing. Because we just merged something through to the bin, something, and get it again. So you need a lot of reward ads to progress, and this is main, I think.
Well, where did you find the game? Jesus.
Oh, the top charts.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the top charts, top charts of the downloads. But don't worry. We will move on, because basically what I thought was interesting here is just appealing to, merge, which has better retention, and then also kind of, the charts gets a lot of downloads, and 3.5 million downloads.
It is true that they're using the best kind of CPI theme or cars in general, and then marrying with the merge, which can support a little bit better retention profile. Okay. But honestly, when we talk about this next month, this game is gonna be dead. That's
You think so?
that's my prediction. I mean, it's like I honestly, I've no offense, obviously, but why do we need this game? Seriously.
What do you mean? Why do you need this game on the podcast or in the world?
No, in the world, like, why would you even play this game for more than like 2 days? It's like
I wouldn't personally, but basically they got a lot of
there you
downloads,
go,
right?
yeah,
It's a clever use of like, how to get a lot of downloads cheaply, right?
Okay,
But don't worry, I know both of you really like cute shit, and that is why we're gonna look at the third installment of Boo Boo and Mimi. So basically, this is the third installment of a game that basically is only ad monetized and has been around for 10 years. And basically, they just came up with a new installment. And as you can see, 1.5 million downloads since launching in mid-December. And basically, the big takeaway here is
I have no idea what this
if
is.
you make cute stuff, you'll get downloads. And I'm going to show you the game. And you can talk a bit about Mimi and Boo Boo, Boo Boo and Mimi. But basically, as you can see, this is just a pureness of cuteness available always, basically for your bit younger audience. And here, basically what you're a cute cat that runs around in this kind of fairy tale world. What you can do with your cat is you can make it a bit sad, sleepy, you can make it grumpy, you can make it laugh, you can make it angry. And basically what you do is you choose the cat, yes. And what you can
not only cat we have in another corner.
What do you mean, this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I have more.
Oh yeah. You have more. So basically what you're a cute little cat living in a little cat world. You can dress it in different fashion attire and different characteristics and stuff like that. And basically what you have to do is you go around in this kind of world collecting stars and gems. And this, I actually think, has a lot of retention. But basically, this is just pure cuteness UA play, right? And what they do is...
Why do you bring UA play into this? It's cute.
You also have home, where you can sit all day.
Yeah, okay.
Sit all day, do different things, dress your cat.
I mean, this is basically my daughter is the target audience.
My son plays this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
okay.
You actually know this game from before, or
he knows
just because
it said immediately when I was playing, he recognized it, and I was looking how he plays, and he managed to play about 15 minutes without ads, completely.
Ooh,
so
okay.
I wanted to talk about that as well.
Yeah, it's really strange strategy, but they kids games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How would you do it differently? Like, would you show interstitials earlier, or would you basically have banner ads here? Because that's what's kind of struck me. Like, I'm sure they're kind of going for a premium feel, but basically, I haven't watched ads for maybe 15 minutes of gameplay either at all.
Yeah, I couldn't see. To be honest, I couldn't see any interstitials. I was playing for 2 or 3.
It's only rewarded. It's only rewarded.
Only rewarded.
It's a kid's game.
I really don't understand. They really miss revenue opportunities. For example, between levels when she plays these mini games, it will be natural. And rewarded ads, yeah, you have them, but in fact, you have so many different options to play without watching rewarded ads that it's not obliged to see rewarded ads to progress in this game, to have fun in this game. But also we need to remember that this is kids game, so they COPPA saves them, and Children's Online Privacy Protection Act and all GDPR regulations that refers to kids applied to their monetization strategy. So you won't find a lot of vendors who can monetize this with high fill rates. Felix, we can go. I think we can go with Google, Unity, Iron Source, Kiddos, Super Awesome. Who else?
That's it. That's pretty much it.
So, but like for me, we can add more. because we definitely wouldn't find any reviews about like we hate ads. I'm sure.
I don't think kids can type, so that's the first thing. That's the first thing. And then second, I mean, I don't think it's actually illegal to put interstitials in between levels if it's a kids game.
I don't know what you mean, because it's not illegal to put interstitial ads. Like if you still do it in the compliance way,
I'm a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, what I also wanted to talk about was here the cross promotion. Basically, I wanted to ask you, Katya, like this is the only way I've actually seen cross promotion work, which is basically when you have a standalone ad unit like this that you have to make yourself, where basically you show all the different games that are similar. And this is the only way I've actually seen cross promo work. And it never works when you do it in the mediation platform. I was just wondering if you had any experience that you wanted to add about this, because this cross-promotion strategy is actually quite good.
I agree with you. I really liked the cross-promo. I even noted it to say, because it really integrated smoothly. You can choose, you can move to another game, you can come back. So it's brilliant. And I think it's working for kids especially. And I don't know, it's like, for me, surprise was when I was going to the shop and see that they add rewarded ads on items in my shop, I have to see reward and try these items that I'm supposed to buy.
Ooh, very clever.
Interesting.
And this is clever. You can improve your quantity of rewards. But for kids, will they buy after this your item in the shop when they can try and choose one outfit? I don't know.
How much of this game's monetization do you think relies on kids misclicking and then parents not claiming money back?
Oof.
Just don't give them play from your phone where Google Play.
Exactly. That's why my daughter plays on her tablet without Wi-Fi, because as soon as you have Wi-Fi, she was almost just replying my emails. Yeah, my emails. I was like, what are you doing? Seriously. So no way. And also, right, Felix, if they try one thing, I mean, your kid is hungry. Well, play, Felix, play. So if they try and they see, I'm pretty sure, and if the kids like it, parents have to buy it. There's no other way, man. Like this is how it works. It's like, I want this. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah. All right. I think we can leave Boo Boo and Minnie and their little
how much
world.
money they make? €7, man. Like I don't think this is making a lot of money.
$7,000 a day, I think.
Well, almost.
Yeah. Katya, do you think the same, or do you think a bit less or more?
It's very hard, to be honest, to calculate. You agree with me? Because you can't super hard. Really understand how they play, because there are lots of kids who literally stay in home doing this all home stuff, and they don't move anywhere. So there you can stay almost without ads. So maybe I
guarantee you they would have double ad revenue if they had interstitials between levels. Yeah.
Yeah. But you said it's cruel.
Sorry?
Yeah.
But you said it's cruel.
Well, I said it.
Yeah,
absolutely. They will double the revenue, but they will double the amount of angry kids. Oh, no, not angry kids, angry parents. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to go probably talk about the game, and probably the game genre category that I understand the least, but is basically making waves and is pretty much responsible for the whole Vietnamese invasion. And basically, this is the latest installment from Abby Games and one of their ultra casual titles called Tricky Twist Puzzle. And this is one of these things, like, I don't really understand it because it's pretty much like Perfect Tidy. It's a series of short games. And as you can see, nearly 10 million downloads since it launched on December 10th. it pretty much like still gets about 130,000 downloads per day. But the thing is, it's super sticky. So the active user base is nearly 1 million DAO, right? It's gone down a bit now, but basically it's like hovering between 800 to 500,000 DAO every day. And for the life of me, I don't understand these games, but I'll show it to you anyway, because it's exactly the same as pretty much the other games that we've covered that are kind of in the same genre. Wait, did my thing just freeze? Oh, no.
No, it's fine.
Tricky twist. So,
twist.
ABI. Sorry, it's called ABI, not Abby, but ABI.
Yeah, ABI.
You start here, and you can see it's already focused on the male audience. And then here, let's just start here, right? So, here they have an app open ad, and I don't understand why they just don't load an interstitial instead of doing this, but maybe you can shed some light on that, Katya, because I don't know, you guys don't even do app open ads, do you?
Don't, but maybe the reason is they hope that it will be more easy to go through this. They hope that this app open will close immediately.
Yeah. Okay. So basically what you're supposed to do is they have an ad. It's pretty much, banner ads, interstitial ads between each level. You can skip level by watching a rewarded ad. It's time limited. And basically now you have to help the girl finish her homework. And what you can do is you can click a lot of hints and basically different prompts. So basically this one is drag the book to the doll. So yeah.
and to the grandma in the picture. Into the no.
Yeah.
What?
To give cheese into the hole.
Wow,
Yeah,
you don't
cheese
really
has to go in the hole, yeah.
And now
you don't really know how to play.
And now
But no one knows how to play Matcha. That's the whole point.
give this book to the mouse.
I'm trying to give the book to the mouse, but yeah, now it's doing it.
Now open the window.
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
Ta-da.
All right. Okay, so it is kind of puzzle game.
It is a puzzle game, and then you see interstitial ads. So basically, it takes about 30 seconds to complete each level, which means that you can probably show per session at least 9 or 10 interstitial ads at a natural break.
But look, this is the second interstitial, and it's second time Lords Mobile, which is 4x game. And you said this is actually a male audience, so yeah, like the ads are absolutely great. I mean, very tailored to the audience.
Yeah.
On the other hand, what the fuck I'm watching?
Exactly. So this is the next level. You're saving the beauty. Yeah.
Trying to save it.
Yeah.
Oof. You don't really know how to play these games.
No, but like,
I can see this.
Take
the broom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be in the creatives in some way.
It helps
sooner or later.
Yeah. But basically, it's just what they're doing is they're taking Perfect Tidy or like any of the other ultra casual games they've made, and basically just changed the colors and just changed everything just a little bit, and just added a bit of random humor that's like really like
okay,
hanging by the cat, like
it's great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But basically, how much do you think this game is earning right now, Maciej? Because it's a lot of DAU, right?
Yeah. What's the country mix?
Now let me show you. I mean, it's not the best countries. There's a lot of Vietnam, but there's also a lot of US, right? And that's the thing about these ultra casuals. They get a lot of downloads in the US because there's a big audience there that really likes them. If we remember back to Perfect Tidy, the US was the second biggest audience after India on that game, which is quite surprising, right? And that really does increase the eCPM quite significantly.
Well,
but
like 40K?
No, I think that's a bit too high. But right
20?
now, I think it's earning anywhere between 10 and 15 a day.
Oh, it should be more.
Yeah.
Come on. That should be more. Look at
the GeoMix. Look at the GeoMix.
20. Come on. At least 20.
I mean, Perfect Tidy was earning like 40K a day, right? So, yeah.
Still.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything about Tricky Twist? Because
for moment to monetize it. They are quite aggressive, and for me, like the quantity of ads,
it's never ending.
really, I don't think United States have very good retention because they are sensitive to this quantity of ads, but I'm sure they have lots of reviews saying people hate ads but can't stop playing because the plot is ridiculous and fun, and it is a trick that you need when you add so many ads to your game. And what was frustrating for me, that Inter appears even if I skip the game for a few seconds and answer messenger, come back, and again I see
All right.
like non-stop.
It's like one of these tricks, right? So basically, I know a couple studios that I work with that basically have worked out that you can also, if no one interacts with your game for like 30 seconds, you can launch an interstitial ad. And that's like a cheeky way of increasing ad revenue, because basically you're monetizing on someone not being active. And that's what they're doing, right? So, you know, if you get caught doing that, like basically you're not going to have your build getting uploaded, but it is a very semi-legit way of increasing ad revenue.
Semi-legit.
By the way, I saw a lot of ad pods in rewarded ads.
Sorry?
I saw a lot of ad pods in rewarded ads. This is a format that combines two ads in one impression from two different advertisers, and that was, I think, rolled out by Google a few years ago. It was it's like in your reporting you see one impression, but in fact your users see this ad pod combined from two different ads in one impression. It boosts CPMs, and as I remember, you could enable or disable it on account level, but I think now it's rolled up for all in Google Demand. But here I saw mainly ad pods in the ads, so they definitely have high CPMs.
Yeah, so, but there's nothing you can do to like encourage the use of the double ads, right? The basic is done by the algorithm.
Just check, if they exist in your account, if they are enabled in your account.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Yeah. Now moving on to, before finishing off, we have two more games, right? But basically, we're gonna get a bit worse on the game quality. Before we get a lot better, right? So next game I want to talk about, and I just want to talk about this because basically this is by far the worst game that we're reviewing, but I think what they're doing in terms of targeting is actually really clever. So this one is called Indian Car Highway Drive. And what they do is basically they're appealing to India. No, but what they're doing is like, they're appealing to the Indian market, right? To get a lot of organic downloads, right? I don't think they're earning particularly a lot of money, but I think it's very clever. They have the Indian flag next to the car on the icon. And as you can see, it's 3.3 million downloads. Most of it is in India, obviously. But basically, the active user base is nearly 500,000. But basically, like this game, I'm going to show you it later as well. But I'm just wondering, like, I'm just wondering, like, why don't more studios do this, but focusing on tier 1 geos? Like, for example, I know that Germans would absolutely love a German car Autobahn drive. And, you know, eCPMs are considerably a lot higher there.
I don't think this is what German audience wants to play.
Not the Indian car drive, but basically a German car drive.
Whatever drive. I mean, these games have high organic downloads from India, Turkey, and some other geos for a reason. So it's not really big game in US.
No, but this game is not going to be big anywhere else, right? But basically, I remember back to this. Basically, I had an encounter with a German once, and basically he was a crane operator in Berlin. And I asked him what he does on his free time, and he was just like, "Oh, I play Crane Simulator." So he works in a crane all day, and then he comes home and plays Crane Simulator, and then he wakes up the next day and does the same thing over and over again. You know,
It's the supermarket simulator game that we talked about a million times before. So, I mean, yes, I can get it. Loading an ad. Okay, good. Oof. Lords
interesting.
Mobile again.
Lords
There you
Mobile.
go.
Yeah, they really want me to download it, huh? Anyway, we don't have to spend too much on this game. I think it's earning about 5 to 7K a day currently, but basically it's an ad simulator. But yeah, I can't even skip the video. Yeah, yeah, ad simulator with cars.
Look. Lords Mobile, Coca-Cola Impact. What the fuck? I mean,
Click it.
I'm not going to download Lords of Mobile for a Coca-Cola event, guys.
You should.
Later on.
Click it.
Click it.
No.
Give them high.
Yeah.
No.
No, come on.
Anyway,
but we need to talk about Lords Mobile in the next Creative Trends episode, because this is the third time you see an ad, third different creative.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, do you want to add anything about this game, or should we just move on to the last game, which is actually really interesting and, you know, a bit different in terms of quality from the other games that we've gone through?
Well, I want to ask you, have you found Indian radio?
Indian radio?
Indian songs and vibes. You can.
No, I did not. Here?
Yeah, choose it.
No.
Yeah, you're driving. And listening all this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Yeah, it's definitely Indian radio.
Well, I understand why they add so many ads, because it's really hard to monetize Indian market, in fact.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's easy, but it's not easy. Definitely not. And it's hard to find good stack of networks who have stable fill rates there.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest, you understand why they need a lot of ads in their games.
Yeah.
But driving simulators definitely not my type, despite I can drive a car now. I managed to do this, but what to say, lots of ads, definitely lots of ads, and I wonder about their retention rate. But also their garage is great place to add immersive in-game ads. Don't know about Phil.
Yeah, fill rate in India is going to be quite tough on.
But usually, like banners on the walls looks nice.
Yeah. All right. So before showing the last game, which is a bit different, I'm just going to show you the first time user experience. So this is Gold Rush by Say Games. And this is their latest installment of a hybrid casual game. And Matej, just looking right now at the artwork and the first time user experience, what is this?
It's Whiteout Survival or Frozen City or whatever you wanna say.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's straight up Whiteout Survival creative. That is the first time user experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So basically, this game got launched on Monday, December 16th. And basically, it's been downloaded 3.6 million times and earned $500,000 in IAP revenue outside of the ad revenue. And as you can see, the active user base is growing and is basically around 300 to 350K DAU. But basically, this is like another category completely, right? Because this is Say Games that's coming out with this. This is they basically came up with 3 games in December, but this one is the one that's scaling the most. I don't know if they're doing a global launch yet, because most of the users...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, India, Brazil, and Germany. So I don't think that it's really scaling yet in the tier 1s, and I probably think that's on purpose. Probably they're honing in on something, but it's still earning quite a lot of IAP revenue as well.
Because it's hybrid. It's perfect hybrid.
Yeah.
But it's not there yet, so we can talk about it in the hybrid casual segment.
No, it's getting close, right? Yeah, but basically what I think is super interesting here is like, basically they're taking the the creatives from Whiteout Survival and basically it's exactly like you do as an onboarding, which is super clever.
I mean, Frozen City. Sorry, go on.
I appreciate how they implement rewarded ads, and you definitely feel control that you definitely feel control of all the set pressure. You sit, you stack in this long rewarded ad, but you have motivation to do this here because you got valuable resources to progress the game, and you can choose if you will watch reward or no. Anyway, you can play, and I liked it. Also, I can mention that they have inters very often, very frequent. This frequency like can scare.
Insane.
But maybe, but all interstitials are easy to skip, so you also don't stack. And maybe this is a moment to say that keep in mind you can choose different templates of showing ads for full screen. You can here they really need to control the length of interstitials to make them easily to skip and short, but they can allow themselves to use the longest rewarded ads template because you really feel the value and you can wait for these resources.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Say Games game, right? It's like a different category, right? Like the quality is really good. It kind of looks like one of the Estoti games that they used to make, but basically it's around the hybrid casual kind of template, I guess, that they have, which is like you move around a character, you interact when you come close to it, and basically it's a very proven concept. They have My Perfect Hotel, which is kind of similar to this, but basically instead of being in a hotel, you're outside in the wilderness. But it looks like this game could potentially be like, one of their new hybrid casual hits. And we'll be monitoring it very closely. Do you have an ad revenue estimate for this, Katya?
It's hard because of their countries, but I think, do you think they got 100 grand?
Yeah. I basically think that in the last month when they've earned, 400K in IAP, I think they've earned probably about the same in ad revenue, if not even a bit more. So 55% ad revenue. And basically that's probably where they're at. Yeah.
Their revenue definitely have more ad revenue. Share.
Whiteout Survival Creative. Nice.
Yeah.
There was also Lords Mobile before, which was definitely very heavily inspired by Whiteout Survival. There was the bear, there was everything comes back to the Whiteout Survival. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, that wraps it up for all our 6 ad monetized games. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any takeaways that you want to say about ads or implementation of ads, since you know everything, Katya?
Can repeat care about people, but earn money.
Cool. All right. Nice. Don't have any things to add. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We have more episodes coming out, and we are probably going to go to Vietnam, Maciej, right?
I am coming for sure. You might be coming as well.
Might be. Hoping for the best.
Yeah. Middle of, it looks like middle of April to the end of the April. So stay tuned. We'll definitely keep you posted. And guys, thank you very much for coming. I hope this was the first and not the last.
Definitely not the last. Yeah.
Appearance on our podcast.
Thank
you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.